Hi, everybody. Hey, Kathy here from Laying Groundwork. Hope everyone is doing well today. This week in our Small Bites series, we're going to talk about the topic of procrastination. So I'm going to guess that most of us have done some version of this. It's going to be, I'll start tomorrow, I'll do it on Monday, I'll get started at the beginning of the month, the year, whatever version of this is your version, or maybe it's more than one of these versions, right? And we all know intuitively, I think, that when you're working towards something that's really important and a goal or launching a product or whatever it is in your life that you want, that is an important goal to you, that consistent action is really, really necessary. So it can make procrastination, the idea of putting things off, kind of deadly in this arena. So it begs the question, of course, so why do we procrastinate? And I will tell you that in my experience with my own personal, tasks that I try to accomplish, as well as the people that I work with in my coaching practice, that generally speaking, we're afraid of something. It's pretty common to be afraid of something. So we might be afraid to be embarrassed, for example. Like, what if things don't go exactly the way I planned? I'm going to feel really embarrassed. I might fail. I might fail in front of a bunch of people, right? It might be that you feel like what you're trying to accomplish, the goal that you're working toward, that a product you're trying to get out into the world or a service you're trying to provide, whatever it is, might not be good enough or perfect, for example. Or we might just literally have a fundamental fear that we ourselves are not good enough or worthy of doing whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. So these can be pretty big barriers and pretty big obstacles that pop up in our path. So what can we do to move by this? One of the things I will say, and this is going to maybe sound kind of simplistic, and it kind of is in some ways, sometimes those are the biggest miracles or the really simple ones, is to just acknowledge that you're afraid. It's okay to admit that whatever this is, this fear of being embarrassed or this fear of failure or even a fear of success is scary to us. It means something is going to change, something's going to be different, and we're going to be really uncomfortable, and it doesn't feel good, and we're afraid. So once you recognize that it's okay to be afraid, then we can say, okay, I'm afraid, and I'm moving forward anyway. This is a simple idea, not easy to accomplish, but a simple idea. So, kind of to support that, I wanted to share with you a famous excerpt from a speech that Teddy Roosevelt gave many, many years ago. Is called The Man in the Arena. Okay, the Man in the Arena speech. And I think that this is just a good reminder for yourself. And so my suggestion to you is that you, when we're done on this particular video, that you can go online and actually pull up this segment of The Man in the Arena from Teddy Roosevelt and keep it someplace that you can access it regularly. Okay. So it starts, it is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, great devotions, and who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. So that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory or defeat. So thanks a lot for joining me today. I really appreciate that. And I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe to this video and to my channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate you tuning in.